Good morning, guys. We all know that it's dangerous to be inside a hot vehicle in the heat of the summer, but do we know how dangerous it actually is? Well, I put it to the test. I got inside a vehicle, and I'll show you the effects of what it actually does to your body.
Eventually, you're going to get so hot that you're going to pass out.
We've all heard of the horror stories of when someone has been left inside a car on a hot day. But do we really know why it's so dangerous? Registered nurse Jessica Luce says it's because of how quickly our bodies dehydrate from being in the heat.
The longer that you're overheated, you're probably going to get confused.
Confusion, dizziness, blurry vision, and being off balance are signs of dehydration. And if you don't rehydrate your body, eventually your organs can start shutting down. For demonstration purposes, I decided to sit inside a hot car for 5 minutes to see what effects it would have on my body. Before going in the car, Nurse Luce checked my temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure. Then it was time to get inside the car. Within minutes, I could feel the air getting thicker, my mouth became very dry, and I started to sweat. The temperature of the car started at 92 degrees, and it just kept climbing. By the time my 5 minutes were up, the car reached 108 degrees. While my pulse only increased by 10 degrees and temperature by 3, the outcome might have been different if it hadn't been overcast.
And, the fact that the sun's not shining right now, if the sun was shining, I think it would have made a huge difference.
Right.
It would have been so much hotter in there, but the clouds moved in and we got lucky.
Yeah. But what I do know is just how quickly the car temperature went up, leaving me inside a hot box. Now, do keep in mind that the effects of dehydration goes into effect even quicker for the elderly, for infants, and babies. And when I spoke to our meteorologist, Dave Holder, he said basically when you're inside a vehicle in the heat of summer, the light waves, they travel in quickly, but then what happens is they turn into infrared waves. So then they're penetrating back and forth and they can't get out. And that is when the car just ends up like a heat box and all of the heat waves really trap inside, so they can't get out. It's always important to at least leave your windows down a little bit. When I was in the vehicle, I did have a slight crack in there just for audio cables and things of that sort. So that did help the circulation a little more, but still just incredible how hot it got and so quickly.